Hey, welcome to the studio. Today's video is part of our 12 Weeks of Christmas series for 2013, and today we're going to talk about a way to keep some things organized using the latest shipment from Paper Pumpkin. So I just wanted to show you what came in my Paper Pumpkin shipment this month. And I've already opened it, I have to be honest, and I was a little anxious to do so, so you'll see it's rather tattered. But we got a stamp set, a gumball green Stampin' spot, and the project. Let me pull it out for you and I'll show you what we're looking at. So it's the memo medley, and it's a reminder scrolling notepad, and the three stamps that came in the set this time are the notes stamp, the all out of stamp, and the to-do stamp. So I thought this would be a fun thing to keep handy while I'm working on projects for the holidays. And I was beginning to run through my list in my head, and I have quite a few. So let's assemble this together, and then I'll talk about, as I put it together, how I'm going to use it to help me keep organized this Christmas. So inside each Paper Pumpkin project, you get a picture of the finished project, and then step-by-step instructions, along with some helpful tips to tell you how to go about putting it together. So I am going to use the to-do stamp that came in this set. There were also two others. There was one that says notes and one for like a grocery list that says all out of. But I'm going to use this to do because this is going to be a way to keep track of the things I need to do for the upcoming holidays. So it comes with this lovely piece of chipboard that has been embellished, or rather embossed, clear embossed with a wood grain finish. And then it comes with a roll of paper that you can use, and I think I'm just going to have to tear this little sticker. Actually, let me get my scissors out. And we'll just score along the sticker. So this little paper comes in a roll, and we also got in our project two pieces of this beautiful Calypso coral string, and I'm going to keep one piece of this aside because you can apparently, and I'm not sure quite how we go about getting these, but it's possible to order refills on the paper roll. So if you need a second piece to tie that paper roll replacement on, then you'll have it, and I'm just going to keep it stored in the same little envelope along with my stamps when I'm done using them. So I'm just have to square it up a bit so that the paper rolls off properly. And then, after I move it around a little bit, I've got this band. This looks like one of those bands my kids wear, but it goes around the bottom of the chipboard, and it holds your paper in place so it doesn't flip up on you. And I'll bet you can also use it as a tearing edge. Lovely. Okay, so now I've got my sweet little memo board started. And I'm going to take my to-do stamp, and I've got already a full-sized gumball green pad, so I'm going to save this little Stampin' spot for a gift. That's a good gift for a fellow stamper, and I'm going to make sure I've lined this up in a way that I'm comfortable with, so I'm going to test it out on a piece of scrap. Let's see how this lines up, if it lines up the way I think it ought to. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, let me ink it up again. And with these super juicy foam pads, you don't have to press too hard. And up at the top in the left, on the left-hand side of this little bit, I'm going to stamp it there. To do, it says. Awesome. Let me set this aside. Close my ink pad before I put my elbow in it. And then I can just write down things that I need to do. So for right now, I've been thinking about teacher gifts. So we've got first grade teacher, so we've got a fourth grade teacher, so is that everybody? As far as teachers, I think we're set. So maybe I'll write teachers on my list there. And then I can follow up with neighbors, for example. We need to prepare, we normally prepare some treats, so I'll have some tags to go along with the treats. And so we've got families that we can note down there. So I can keep a running tally of what I need to do, and as I need to maybe go to the store or something, I can just pull on this paper and use my little rubber band as a tearing strip and take the list with me. I just wanted to add that one of my favorite things about the Paper Pumpkin subscription is that you get stamps. And you not only get this lovely project that you can complete, but you also receive stamps that you can use for other purposes. So these are the 3 stamps that came with my October shipment. And so I thought, how else could I use these stamps? A little packet of note cards, maybe for a teacher gift or a hostess gift. Very simple. And I mean, I made this in 30 seconds flat, and I could certainly do a little more. Maybe some punching along the bottom to finish out that line, or a nice big background stamp maybe to add some interest, but very easy way to use up scraps. And then I just used my notes stamp from the Paper Pumpkin subscription this October. I'm always running out of things and keeping a running list stuck to the inside of my catalog, and I use a sticky note for it. It doesn't have to be a big one because I make orders fairly frequently, but this stamp says all out of, and so I can keep a running tally inside my catalog, and just as needed I can either cross it off or then I can start a whole new one. And these are gifts I can make whenever I give sticky notes with a stamp on them, and I give them fairly often as little hostess gifts or thank yous to customers or gifts to teachers, for example. I stamp on the open end. Instead of here, I just stamped up on the adhered end of the cube. You can see where the adhesive is. But typically when I stamp for a gift, I'll make a little stack of them, and you can very easily just stamp here. And it doesn't matter that it's not the adhesive. The adhesive is still going to work. And the recipient will know, oh, I guess I turn it this way, and the adhesive will just be on this side. It's not a problem. But it's a really quick and easy gift that you can make and give to somebody. And then here's a to-do list. And I used a slightly bigger sticky note, and here I did what I was just describing. I put the stamp on the open end of the cube, and that way I can just stamp, turn the page, stamp, and it's a pretty simple process, and you can pound out a few and then package it up for a fun gift. So anyway, I just wanted to share that because sometimes the project may not be something that I'm 100% thrilled about, although I have to say I've been pretty happy with what I've gotten so far, but it's a surprise each month. But I have to say, one of the things that I'm really thrilled with is I've received now, maybe 10 stamps that I can use in a variety of different purposes. So I can feel the germ of an idea percolating here, and so I am going to start sharing with you my additional projects that I create with my Paper Pumpkin subscription. But I just wanted to tack on these ideas because, especially as we're getting into the Christmas season and we need little gifts, and you hate it when you've got someplace to go and you realize, oh phooey, I don't have a gift for the hostess, or oh, it's maybe our last time at Sunday school before Christmas, I need to give a teacher gift. There's some really quick and simple things you can do with some of the stamps you may have received as part of your Paper Pumpkin subscription.